Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, everyone. This is Mr. Dahlgren recording for today's lecture. Since it wasn't recorded earlier today, thank you again for coming later to class and staying a little later. If you missed it today, you tried to get in and I wasn't there, then this is for you. So I wanted to go over the schedule just quickly, just to make sure you know that there are office hours in addition to class time. Class is at 12:15, which I will set an alarm to next time so I know. 12:15 to 1 o'clock on Thursdays. But Wednesdays and Fridays, I have office hours from 1 to 2:30. And you just have to enter a new classroom code to get into that class, and then you'll go directly to the Google Meet. At the top of this schedule, all of this will be posted on Classroom, so you can click the links then. I have the Econ calendar, and so if we click through to that, you can see, and we scroll down where we are in distance learning, we can see that today we're supposed to go over the national debt and crowding out. I'll talk about that in just a moment. I'm going to assign Marketplace assignment, which will be due in a few weeks, so the long term. It'll be a 4 podcast assignment. Let's see, I'm going to assign FRQ also, and that'll be due next week, so some practice. If we look on the right-hand side here, you can see the SIS assignments, the ones that will go into SIS. So daily sessions, podcast summaries, virtual business will still go in. That's due now next week. And we're going to have an assignment, the economics of, and we'll have a few quizzes that will be for practice, but they'll be put in as part of engagement. So distance learning, grading policy, things to remember. Third quarter, we are having some technical difficulties, and so Fairfax bumped or pushed the grading again at the end of the grading quarter to next Friday. That's the 1st of May. So you can turn in any missing assignments by that time. And I think the one that we really have is due is a virtual business. So that was due yesterday or earlier this week. It'll now be due just next week. Just turn it in definitely before the end of quarter 3. Extra credit was already put in, the field trip, so that helped quite a few of you. So that means that quarter 4 begins on the 4th of May, and quarter 4 will end for underclassmen, new juniors on the 12th of June, and for seniors it'll be the 4th of June, and that is when your graduation is. And so you are supposed to come to class until that time. There are no final exam weeks, whatever that we choose to be the final week. So you come to the end because we don't have final exams. Your participation in distance learning, anything we do here, and any assignments will maximize your final grade. So I'll look at what you did in third quarter, which for this class, since it's a semester class, is 100%. Whatever you have third quarter is your grade right now. From there, it can only go up according to Fairfax County. So whatever you do during this time will just boost that grade if you show mastery of learning and getting the skills based on the assignments that we've done. Fourth quarter will go in officially as NM, that's no mark. So it won't count statistically in your grade, but it will still be used by me when I look at your overall grade for this semester. You'll see on most assignments now, or all assignments, a 3-point scale, and that's Fairfax County wide. It's a new scaling system that they put into place just for the distance learning. All right, this AP test, here's what I know about it. We went over some of it today at the end of class. Your tests are Wednesday and Thursday, that's May 20th and 21st. Both of them are at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They'll run 50 minutes. So each test will be comprised of 2 parts. The first part will be 2 short FRQs. The 2 short FRQs, you have 25 minutes to complete them, and then 5 minutes to upload them. Then there will be 1 long FRQ, which is 15 minutes, and 5 minutes to upload. The ones we've done in class have mostly been the long FRQs, sometimes a little abbreviated, but mostly the long FRQs. You can use any device you have to complete the assignment and complete the test and upload the test. So cell phone works just as well as your laptop, whatever you feel more comfortable with. You can also handwrite it and upload it. You'd have to take a picture of it and upload it. It is open notes, so you can use any notes you have, online or offline. Calculators can also be used because they can't really stop students from using it across the country, so you can use your calculator. There's going to be numerous and kind of secretive cheating and plagiarism tools, so be careful. Don't even try to cheat on it. The interesting news about economics is that there is no graphing, so you won't have to draw graphs, I guess, because that's something you can easily look up. So only written responses, and so therefore you could do this on a laptop pretty easily, just typing your responses. About a week before the exam, you'll get an e-ticket by email. If you've gotten notices from College Board, then you're fine. You'll get the e-ticket and you can use that. If you haven't, then the College Board is asking that you change the settings in your account, in your MyAP account, so that you'll receive emails or check your spam to see if it went there. Remember, you should be using a private email and not your FCPS school's email account, which can't receive outside emails. Don't worry if you don't get an e-ticket by email, though. You can always log into your AP account and get the e-ticket from your account directly. So that's not a problem. We were told that you do not have to register for the exam. You've already been registered and all your names are on the list. If you don't show up or don't take the exam, you don't feel comfortable taking it, or it conflicts with something, just don't take it. You don't have to deregister. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to apply for a late exam. Just don't take the first exam, and you will be automatically scheduled for the second late exam. If you have any questions about that, you can email me for dates and stuff, or check the AP website. So if you miss a regular exam, you just automatically registered for the late exam. All right, so resources to help you get through the two exams. There are a few available, some by me that I've posted, and some are just out there. So you can always go to Google Classroom, a bunch of stuff, both in remember microeconomics class, that's a different class in Classroom, and then macroeconomics. I created a website I've been working on, and so we can click through that and see. Here, there's a lot of information on the front page, basic, here he is, Mr. Clifford, explaining everything you need to know. I've got some other information here, separated by micro and macro, so a micro review page, and each topic is listed here. Remember, you only have to know topics 1 to 5, not topic 6 for micro. And you would just click on each page, of course, to get to that page. Macro, same thing. There are 6 different units, but you only have to know 1 to 5. I put in unit 6 when I was creating this because I figured I could use it next year. I also created this AP Economics terms and concepts by unit. So this is sort of based on PowerPoints that we go over, and the concepts and the terms within each topic and subtopic. So one way to use this, it's 4 pages, 2 pages for micro and 2 pages for macro. One way to use it is to kind of look over within each unit to see how comfortable you are with the topics. Check off the topics you feel comfortable explaining or you understand, and circle the ones that you are uncomfortable with or you need more help with. I've put in a few graphs, no graphs, a few formulas. There we go, a few formulas in there. And I didn't really explain things, but just put the titles, the terms, and the concepts, and left it up to you to explain if you can or can't. So I would print this out and go through it, cross out things you know, and circle things that you need to look at again. All right, then in the box here, we see I've just listed a few things, a few sites that you can go to that are outside of school, and I certainly did not create or gather together. One is, of course, my AP College Board website. They have a bunch of information for you guys. They're really pushing resources like they've never done before because of this unique situation. So they created 2 YouTube video channels, well, one for micro, one for macro, and one for all of the AP classes. And they're pretty good. They're divided by subtopic. So if you went back to the the terms and concepts page that I created, you might look at that first to see which topic you want to look further into. Here's a link though to each playlist. So if you went to the macro playlist, it would tell you and show you by topic what the videos encompass. And you can see how long they are. Some of them certainly more interesting than others, but a good resource to go to. So there's a macroeconomics playlist and a microeconomics playlist. Of course, you can always go to AC/DC Economics with Mr. Clifford. He has a ton of resources. If you feel the need to purchase them, you can purchase resources or use any of his free videos like we do in class. You can also go to Review Econ, the website I often put up to have you play games. They have great, I think their graphing reviews are really good. You don't have graphs, but by practicing graphs, you understand the concepts a little bit more, as long as you can explain why different curves shift. Then you don't, doesn't matter if you can graph it or not, as long as you can explain it.